Good morning, fam. Welcome back to Erica's EDC, and today we are going to do a pocket dump. Yes, the first pocket dump of 2024. Not too much has changed, but we have a couple of new test subjects, so I just wanted to do an update on those because I started the testing a little bit early this year. I was just really excited about this particular piece, so let's hop right into it. This is the main test blade for this month. This is the Davidson gecko. This is a knife maker that I really didn't know about at all. I had never heard of him until I was just perusing DLT trading and I stumbled across this little guy. Jeff seems like a very cool guy. I chatted a little bit with him on Instagram. He is in Texas and he doesn't have a ton of models. He does a lot of customs, but this is probably the most relatable blade that he makes that I could use. I'm not too big into like large fixed blades. I like using them for, bonfires and bushcraft stuff, but I just don't feel the need to have too many of them because I don't use them that often. I really like small EDC fixed blades if I'm going to be, adding them to the collection. So when I saw this, I was like, that looks like a really cool little piece. So this is the gecko. It's a little tiny EDC fixed blade, and I swear it looks way larger on film and in photos than it actually is. I mean, this thing is so tiny. Like maybe if I hold it back, you can kind of see how small it is. I think it's like 7.5 inches overall, but it's just a little tiny EDC fixed blade. Look at this thing. I mean, it really is tiny. It's in 80 CRV2 steel, which, if I recall correctly, is a spring steel, right? It's a tool steel, obviously. It picks up crazy patina, so check that out. Look at how cool that looks. I've been using this like crazy, but it's got beautiful fit and finish. It's custom quality. Black G10 pins, orange G10 covers or handles. See, now I'm in traditional knife world all the time, and I keep calling these covers when it's on a normal knife. On a traditional knife, the handles are called covers. So I keep messing that up now. I'm in traditional knife world all the time. The handle scales are orange G10. Just a really cool little fixie. I did a video last night of me cutting some tomatoes, and it was before I stropped this, and I just, ran it over the strop this morning and it came right back. So that's really nice. I'll do a cutting video showing how the edge is now that I've touched it up a little bit, but this is a very cool little piece that we are going to be testing. It is riding in a leather sheath from him. It came with a Kydex one that was very nice, like very high quality, really nice. Not one of those like flimsy injection molded ones that rattle and stuff. Like it's very nice. I'm just not the biggest fan of Kydex, so we ended up putting it in a leather sheath. This is incredibly well made. Sorry, there's cat hair on it. Just look at this. Really, really nice. So this is riding on my belt. It could obviously go in my pocket as well because it has that clip. So you could clip it to your pocket, but I'm riding it on my belt. It's very discreet, very slim, really, really nice. So that's the main blade. It's doing incredibly well so far. The traditional knife that we are carrying this month is the Case Sodbuster Jr. Recover by Josh Francis at Knife Guy Mods. I will put him down in the description below, but this is the ultimate Slater. Another version of the Slater lineup that we have going. This one's in carbon steel, so of course we got the Teeners, cross-cut micarta, Ultim liners. You can see all of the internals, very cool. And this is the one that I'm testing this month. This has nested phosphor bronze washers, and I believe they are the paramilitary 2 size. But check that out. Crazy fit and finish on this. Look at that. That is nearly as tight as your mom, and I know that from experience, man. That's nice. Nice little snap on it. This one's much thicker than some of my other ones. We are going to do thinner Ultem moving forward, but that's just what we had at the time. But it fills the hand really nicely. I don't have a problem with it being this thick. I have to deal with your mom's ass being that thick weekly. So it doesn't bother me at all. It fills the hand really nicely. It's very comfortable to use, nice and rounded, just beautiful work from Josh. So that's the sodbuster that we're running this month, and I generally change the slip out every couple of days because I have so many, and it's just like kind of fun to, run it in different slips. But today we have the EDC Leatherworks old coffin slip in the jersey size. So this is a larger pocket slip, and it works really nice for these Saudi juniors that are thicker. So this is like an old coffin, really cool, case XX on the bottom, lanyard bead. Very cool, okay? I switched back to my Failsafe Goods Sidewinder Minimalist Wallet. And I just tested the Failsafe Goods Snapjack 2.0. It's a very large wallet, it's thick, it's beefy and beautiful. But because I'm carrying a lot of stuff this month to test and the fixed blade and all that, I tried to kind of slim down in some other areas of my carry. So we're back to the minimalist wallet. This is a very thin, beautiful piece. I've been carrying this for a year and a half, 2 years, something like that, aside from my break of testing. But this is just a beautiful little wallet. Failsafe Goods, okay? Failsafe Goods. He's in New Hampshire. He does excellent work. Minimalist wallet. This is in Crazy Horse leather. I carry a field notes book with a pen as well. I am constantly thinking of ideas for the channel. I also like to document how the testing is going with certain things, sharpening progressions, stropping progressions, just so that when I give the updates, I actually know what I did. Otherwise, I might forget. Also, if I am in contact with like a maker and they tell me what the aimed hardness is going to be for a blade, for example, and then what the actual hardness is, I like to document that. Basically stuff like that. I take a lot of notes. I don't want you to like see my personal stuff, but I really do write a whole bunch of stuff in these. I actually use it. It works for me. This is the Tactile Turn Mini Slim Bolt Action Pen. They have so many different versions. But this is the little tiny one, and it's also the thinnest one. It's just in stainless steel, I think. It's not titanium or anything. Very lightweight, though, very slim. Really nicely made. Great machining. It hasn't failed me at all. Really nice, tiny little pen. I put this in my front pocket, and this rides in my back. But that's my pen and my notebook. I do carry a hank as well. This one is the Issuing Stitches hank. Handmade. Those kind of rotate through. When one gets dirty, I just grab a new one. Still carrying the Pocket Crucifix from Catholic EDC. I think he might have changed his name on Instagram though. It was Catholic EDC. Then we had like the Pocket Crucifix Project or something. I don't even know what it is anymore, but the guy Jack is really nice, and he basically sends these out for free to people that ask for them. Always carry that. The infamous chapstick that nobody cares about. We're running peppermint right now. Thank you, Nicole Dodge. This hasn't changed. I know you guys want more Swiss Army content, but this is just the one that works for me. This is the Super Tinker. I can't find anything else that that gives me the fizz like this. I've been running this for freaking years. Super Tinker, best everyday carry Swiss Army knife for me. It just doesn't change. I've tried other ones. They don't work as well. This has everything I need, nothing I don't. I freaking love this thing. The scissors are a necessity. The pin, the Phillips, like it just, this is what works for me, the Super Tinker. And if you pair this with the Knipex little tiny pliers or the 5-inch ones, you have a full multi-tool that's way better than a Leatherman. Just a heads up. I have a video on that, and I think 30,000 views. It's like a review of my little pliers, and I kind of go in depth about how running the Knipex pliers with the Swiss Army knife is like the ultimate multi-tool. I think it has 30,000 views, and I've seen a lot of people pick up on that and make their own videos on it on YouTube. It's really cool. I love that people are trying it out. And lastly, we have a flashlight. I initially was going to text yo mama. No, I was initially going to test that little Phoenix light that came in. I can't with Phoenix why they keep putting the light on the front, or the button on the front. It turns on in your pocket, bro. Like, even if you lock it, you double tap it and it like locks, but then it can come unlocked and it turns on anyway. I don't know, it drives me nuts. I really like Phoenix lights, but I like the ones that have the tail cap as opposed to the front button. They constantly turn on in my pocket, and I swear I have PTSD from lighting my pants on fire with that old light. Like, if the light is turning on in my pocket, it's over, it's done, ghosted. Like, you can sit on my desk and I'll use you to look at like knife projects when I'm doing them or some shit, but I'm not going to carry you. This is sick. I've had this for quite some time. This is the Surefire EDCL1-T flashlight. Really chunky, heavy, but it's sick. It has 2 modes, low and high. It's got the gas pedal switch. I really like it. Like I said, I've tested this before and I've carried it before, but it's just a light that I really enjoy. This is a great one for winter because here in New Hampshire it's cold. I'm wearing gloves at night when I let the dogs out, and this is just way easier to operate with gloves on compared to some little tiny keychain light that turns on in your pocket. That's the light that we're carrying right now, but not testing it obviously because I already have. That's all I have. That's the Pocket Dump for today. Let me know what you guys are carrying. Let me know how your new year went. We have a ton of stuff to test. We have a ton to test. And it just keeps rolling in, guys. I'm really excited about this particular piece. I mentioned, I would figure 2 months ago maybe, or a month ago, that I was going to do a challenge in 2024 of not buying anything I don't need. And a lot of people are joining in on that. It's basically like just pushing yourself to use what you have, right? And not always chase the new thing, and not to just continuously chase that high of needing new products or new materials. So for the whole year, I'm not going to buy anything I don't need. Like, I can buy obviously like food for myself and my dogs, and gas for the truck and stuff like that, but we're not spending money on anything, even if it's like a knife that I feel like I'm going to die without. I'm gonna have to die without it because I'm not spending money on anything other than the necessities for the entire year. I think it's going to be a really fun challenge. I think it's going to push me to appreciate what I have, not that I don't already, but just furthermore. And I'm really excited to run more fixed blades because, my father is the one that got me into knives. He wasn't the biggest fan of folders. He carried like one folder, and then the rest were all fixed blades. And he's a very logical man. He just feels that if you're going to carry a knife, like moving parts could be an issue, and just fixed blades make more sense. So I'm going to be testing a lot of fixed blades this year, just a heads up. I do think that if you are in the mindset of trying to save money and invest in areas that make the most sense, fixed blades really do kind of just work. And you don't have to worry about the moving parts, and you don't have to worry about the pocket clips. And there's no way that like a lock is going to fail on this because there's no lock. It's just like, they make so much sense. It's getting over the hump of finding them cumbersome to carry. That's the issue that people have with fixies, EDC fixed blades. Like, this is the same size as your Benchmade bug out, but people just have a really hard time vibing initially with carrying a knife in a sheath or a pocket holster. And I've never had a problem with it. I like carrying them, but I'm just so excited to really bond with fixed blades this year because I really do think they have a place in the community. And there are a lot of very cool makers coming into the scene. I am learning so much about fixed blades and geometry and heat treat, not from the folding knife companies. I'll tell you that. They're not teaching me jack shit. They're keeping their little secrets. But I will tell you, every fixed blade maker that I have met virtually, online, via Instagram, YouTube, whatever, they just seem way more like logical and way more oriented around educating us on geometry, heat treat, blade steel, all of that stuff. Like, it's just cool. I feel like I'm getting more integrated into the depths of knives and making the best knife. And that is coming from people like Jeff Davidson and Steve Kalari from Kalari Custom Knives. And, you know, these fixed blade makers, they're the ones that are actually giving us substance and content. It's really cool. But that's everything. We've been talking for 16 minutes about nothing. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you were carrying. Go use your... I need to use your shit. Gecko one more time. This really is a use your shit because it has the teeners. Come on, where are the lighting is blocking the teeners. You saw them earlier. There's some. Guys, go use your shit. Learn how to sharpen your knives. I will see you on the next video. I love you so, so much. Take care.